With all the ongoing success of the new Superman movie, I'm sure we're going to see more DC keys spike in the near future. But for now, let's talk about the ones that made it on this week's top 10 list. So go grab your vibe juice and come on back. I'll leave the door open. What's up, everybody? It's your boy C3, and we are back. Yes, we are back with another top 10 list and market update for you. Yes, for you, the comic book community. You know what it is. This is Keep It Comics. And as always, check your nonsense at the door. We're only here for the love of the hobby. It's good vibes only. Come on in, have a seat, take your shoes off, relax, grab your vibe juice, and let's enjoy some comic books. Let's start this week's list off with a hot new comic book variant. But make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment down below what you think about these first 5 comics. On the list at number 10, let's start off with Star Wars. This is The Mandalorian, issue number 3. And this is a beautiful Miko Soyan, right? Miko Suyan 616 Unknown Comics masterpiece. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first appearance of Bo-Katan in U.S. Comics. This is the first appearance of Costco Reeds and Axe Rose, right? Axe Rose. So, this book is currently up right now, 67.41%, with the last recorded sale for this book being just $3. Average price for the raw copy is $6, while the average price for a graded copy will run you $67. This is a beautiful masterpiece by Miko Soyan. You can look at the artwork on this and tell that he's passionate about what he does. We've had a total of 19 sales for this book so far, with the all-time high that took place back in 2024 for a CGC 9.8, and that book sold for $70, ladies and gentlemen. But fair market value does have this book listed at $6 for a raw copy in their mint condition. So if you're in the market for Star Wars, The Mandalorian, issue number 3, this beautiful Miko Suyan 616 Unknown Comics masterpiece, keep your eye out on this book because it's moving on the market and it may wind up in your collection. All right? On the list at number 9, ladies and gentlemen, another hot modern comic book making waves in the comic book community. Let's highlight Ultimate Spider-Man. This is issue number 11. This is that Carrie Andrews exclusive. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the first appearance of Earth 6160 Black Cat. Yes, another Ultimate. Right? So this book is ultimately up 73.23%, with the last recorded sale for this book being just $1. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, $1. All right? Now, the average price for a raw copy is $2, while the average price for a graded copy is $33. We've had a total of 17 sales for this book so far this week, with the all-time high taking place back in April, which was for CGC 9.8, and that book sold for $33. And fair market value has this book listed at $3 for a raw copy in their mint condition. So, remember, Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 11, the Carrie Andrews Unknown Comics variant is of 6160 Black Cat is moving on the market. Pay attention. You may want to pull the trigger on this before the price starts going up a little bit more. All right? On our list at number 8, we've got another hot comic book that we got to talk about. This is Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 42, The Birth of a Superhero. Absolutely. All my Spider-Man fans, this one's for you. All right? This is the cameo of Mary Jane Watson, right? With that iconic, and it also has that iconic phrase in there, face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot. Right. So we have a lot of books that spike for similar reasons. You know, a particular thing happens, or, you know, a particular saying, and this is one of those books, right? So This book is up right now, 76.57%, with the last recorded sale for this book being $36. All right, we've had a total of 1,295 sales so far, with the average price for a raw copy being $45. Average price for your graded copy will be $330. Now, fair market value has this book listed at $45 for a raw copy in in very good condition, but we've had an all-time high that took place back in 2021 where CGC 9.8 sold for $9,300. All right, so Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 42, The Birth of a Hero. It's moving on the market. It may be one you need to add to your collection. So pay attention, watch closely, and be sure to, be wise in your decision making. All right? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. On the list at number 7, we got a major motion in the comic book ocean. We got a book that's making major motion in the comic book ocean. I know, I'm dad corny, I get it. All right, on the list at number 7, we got Absolute Batman. This is issue number 4, and this is the James Harren 1 in 25 variant. All right, guys, here's what's significant about this book. First of all, it's a 1 in 25, right? So it's a ratio. Then, it's the origin of Absolute Batman. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Scott Snyder has been absolutely killing this run. See what I did there? Scott Snyder has been absolutely killing this run, guys. This book is up right now, 78.22%, with the last recorded sale being $27. This is got to be one of the best reads of this year, right? An absolute complete different take on the Batman universe. And this is something that if you aren't indulged in it, you may want to just take a glimpse into this universe and see what's going on, because the comic book community is hyped about this Batman, this Absolute Batman, right? Average price for a raw copy right now is just $10. The average price for a graded copy is $60. We had an all-time high back in April that took place for CGC 9.8, where that sold for $70. We've had a total of 147 sales, but it's definitely something you're going to want to keep your eye on, and go to your local comic book shop and see if you can, catch a second or third print of the first of issue number 1, just to see if you can, get caught up on this thing right here, because this is a great read, guys. Fair market value has this book rested at $10 for a raw copy in near mint condition. Absolute Universe is straight gas, guys. Absolute Universe is gas. And if you don't know, now you know, all right? Now you know. Absolute Batman, issue number 4, the 1 in 25, James Harren 1 in 25 variant. It's moving. It's definitely moving. All right? Number 6 on the list. Let's talk DC. We've got Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 1, the Treasury Edition. Booyah! Yeah, this is the first official crossover of DC and Marvel Universe, right? Yes, the first official. So we've had others, but this one is official. This book is up 84%, with the last recorded sale for this book being $195. Average price for the raw, $30. Average graded copy, $80. We had an all-time high that took place back in 2022, where a raw copy in near mint condition sold for $1,200. 481 copies of this book have sold so far, with fair market value having this book listed at $30 for the raw copy in near mint condition, right? And now one thing I know for certain is when two universes collide, anything's possible. And this is one of those instances, right? So Superman versus Spider-Man, Issue number 1, you think about it, is a possibility, right? It's moving, guys. Definitely check it out. It's moving. All right, that's your first 5. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Allow me to take this time like I always do, is to stop, catch my breath, sip a little vibe juice, and thank each and every one of you for stopping by, checking out the channel. I really appreciate it. I couldn't do it without you. I'm your humble host, C3. This is Keep It Comics, the original. Yes, I take great joy in saying that. You can see it all over my face. The original. Yes, not the imitator, but the original. And I'm happy to invite you into my home, my beautiful little comic book room. I hope you guys see something back there that you like. Leave a comment down below also if you see a book back there and you got it in your collection too. A lot of those I just switched out from the last video, so see what's changed in the background. But I enjoy what I do. I do it for the love. I do it for the community. I do it for the culture, baby. I'm here and I ain't going nowhere. It's Keep It Comics. Good vibes only, always. All right? I appreciate you. So let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. On the list at number 5. We know for a fact that Superman movie is hot right now. So, and it's causing a lot of DC books to spike. So we got to highlight Green Lantern, issue number 59. And this is the first appearance of the star of the show. I know a lot of people thought Superman was the star, but this guy was actually the star. Guy Garner. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Green Lantern, issue number 59 is up right now, and average price for the raw copy is $169. The last recorded sale for this book was $331, and that was for a CGC 5.5. The average price for a graded copy is $361. We've had a total of 951 sales for this book to take place so far, with the all-time high being $30,000 for CGC 9.8 that took place just last month in June. All right, now here are some more numbers. The 8.0 sold for $620, and that's a 3% increase up from the $601. Right, the 7.0 sold for $499. That's also an increase up from the $431. Now, the 6.5 sold for $423, and that's a grind upwards of 28%. The 5.0 is a 2% increase, selling up from $258, and the 3.0 is up 12% for last selling for $155. So this book is definitely moving because of that movie that we just saw, right? And I anticipate the more individuals go out and see this, the more books are going to start spiking. It's inevitable. It's a great movie. If you haven't gone to see that new Superman installment, man, definitely go check it out. You will not be disappointed. Well, at least I know I wasn't. And a lot of other community members weren't as well. So definitely check it out. Green Lantern, issue number 59, it's moving. Yeah, he really stole the show with that one. I appreciated that movie. All right, now, on the list at number 4. Here's an oldie but goodie, guys. This is Batman, issue number 181. This is the first appearance of the infamous Poison Ivy. Yes, definitely a classic book. Definitely one for anybody's collection. It's up 93.42%. Average price for the raw copy, $331. Average price for the graded copy, $592. The last recorded sale for this book was $330, right? 1,918 total sales for this book so far. We had an all-time high that took place back in 2023 where CGC 9.8 sold for, get this, $96,000, right? And one thing I'm actually sure of is that in today's current comic book climate, you will probably be able to land that book in a 9.8 for a lot less. right? If that's what you want. Me, I have a couple of these in my collection, but neither are 9/8, right? I just don't have that type of capital to place on a book, but some of you may. So I'm not going to pretend to count your pockets, but I want to put this book out there because it is definitely one that needs to be highlighted. It's a comic book favorite. Poison Ivy definitely has a cult following. She is one of the most infamous Batman bad guy slash antagonist slash fling things, you know, of our generation. So definitely one I wanted to highlight. Fair market value has this book rested at $331 for a raw copy in very good condition. And I also want to share a raw copy in near mint condition last sold for $2,875. So just think about that. You can actually buy the raw for a lot less, send it in, get it slabbed, and watch that value just increase on that from that level, right? So that's a beautiful investment. Batman issue number 181. All right. If you go after this one, definitely make sure that centerfold piece is in there as well, because you know without that centerfold piece, the value decreases. All right, guys. So again, Batman issue number 181. It's moving. You may feel like it's time to pull the trigger. I'll leave that up to you. Good vibes only, guys. The day's off to a beautiful start, and we're doing the things that we like to do. On the list at number 3, let's talk about Justice League America, issue number 75. Bang! Yes, another DC. And this is the first appearance and origin of Dinah Laura Lance as the second Black Canary, the daughter of the first Black Canary, Dinah Drake. Yes, and I believe many of these books are probably spiking because what community members are speculating may possibly happen because of what they've seen in the Superman movie. So we definitely have to pay attention to that. Average price for the raw copy is $72. Last recorded sale for this book was $100. But the average price for a graded copy is $71. So that's good information to have so you don't overspend for this book. There's been a total of 423 sales for this book to move on the secondary market, with the all-time high taking place back in 2016. And this is where CBCS 9.6 sold for $1,912, right? And fair market value does have this book listed at $72 for a raw copy in their mint condition. So pick your poison carefully. Don't overspend. This is a book that if you want to get your hands on, definitely check out that spine. Make sure there is no dog ears on there. But this is one you can find in high grade, and you're not going to have to spend a lot of money, all right? But definitely be careful, all right? This book is moving right now. Justice League America, issue number 75. Definitely pay attention. Make room in your collection for this next book. This next book, it just keeps getting hotter and hotter, guys. I can't say it enough. It doesn't need me to hype it up because it's already hyped. Now, this is DC moving units right now. That's what I'm calling it. DC just moving units right now. I'm telling you, that Superman movie was so gas that DC books have just caught fire. They have a whole new life right now. And I'm all for it. I'm around for it. Let's talk Superman Unlimited, issue number 1. This is the Dan Mora, James Gunn variant. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful cover. Hot book. Got to give the man his flowers. It's extremely important. It's a must-have for all our new collectors in the community. This is definitely a book that you guys are going to want to get into your collection because it signifies something. It signifies the transition. It signifies the DC movement. And this is something I think that's going to hold some value for quite some time. You know, depending on how many copies that are out there versus how we keep them, you know, safe from damage, that this book could actually increase. And who knows, you see Mr. Gunn, you get this one, John Hancock, and there you go. And slabbed up, it increases some more. It's a win-win from where I sit. So let's talk numbers. Last recorded sale for this book was $12. Average price for the raw $18 at the moment. And I'm going to keep it a bill with you. There are some of these books have gone for like 20, 25 bucks, right? $19.99 plus the $5.99 shipping and handling, roughly about 25 bucks, excuse me. But the average price for the graded copy right now is $85. 94 total sales for this book right now, with the all-time high being $130 for CGC 9.8, and that took place earlier in this month, right? Fair market value has this book resting at $18 for a raw copy in near mint condition. And like I said, let the truth be told, you look on eBay right now, this book is fluctuating between $14.99 to $20 to $25. If you need one in your collection, if you would like to have one in your collection, if you feel like this book needs to be in your collection, just pick your poison carefully. Never jump out of the airplane without a parachute. Grab yourself one, you know, and just enjoy it because it's a beautiful book. I've got a couple back there. I actually got one back there on the wall, man. I'm super, super happy I have that in my collection. That book reminds me of the Marvel book with Stan Lee standing back to back with Black Panther. Yes, I see it as a moment. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, so Superman Unlimited, issue number 1. It's moving. If you feel like it's time to pull the trigger, do so, but be wise. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let your boy know what you think about this last 5 comic books, man. This is your top 10 list. So if you see something up here you like, man, just let me know below that I hit the bullseye for you. All right? I'm your boy C3. It's always good vibes. Keep the vibe juice with me. And now you know what it is. It's time for us to talk about the number 1 hottest comic book in the universe. That book is, you're not going to believe it, Free Comic Book Day 2025 DC All-In Absolute Universe Special Edition, issue number 1. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first full appearance of Absolute Mirror Master. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a free comic book that made number 1 on the top 10 list, right? This book is averaging $3 sales right now. Yes, it's averaging $3 sales. No graded information just yet, but a free comic book is currently averaging $3 sales, right? With an all-time high of $14 for a raw copy that took place not that long ago. We've had a total of 80 sales, but fair market value has it listed at $3 for a raw copy in very fine condition. All right, so keep your eye out on Free Comic Book Day 2025 DC All-In Absolute Universe Special Edition, issue number 1, because this free comic book, DC, remember what I told you, is making waves in the comic book community. And you may want to get this into your collection before that price starts going up. Sometimes you have a free comic book that tends to hit real numbers. So if this is one you're thinking about, you may want to go ahead and grab it. You absolutely might still be able to get it for free, depending on the relationship you have with your local comic book shop. So stop by, support your local comic book shop, talk to the people behind the counter, ask them, hey, you got any of those free comic books for 2025 left over? I'm looking for XYZ. Introduce yourself. Maybe even put together a pull box, right? Little incentive for them to look out for you. But this is a book that you might want to add, you know, to your little treasure hunt list. All right, I'm your boy C3. I always advocate for the comic book shops because I know they're a huge part of what we do here, and we don't want to lose them. So make sure you support your comic book shops. That local economy continues to add value to your community, and make sure everything is sustainable. It is what it is, man. We got to take care of each other. All right, so I got something special for you guys before I go. I want you guys to be on the lookout for the next video. I purchased my first comic book collection, and I'm going to show you some of the books that I got. All right, so I want you to be on the lookout for the next video. I'm gonna post the video a few days after this one. So don't go crazy, blowing my head off. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Man, just watch the video and watch your boy. You know what I mean? Because I got excited my first time. I don't know. A little something different, right? So it's all good, man. All right? It's good vibes only. Be on the lookout. I'm your boy C3. This is Keep It Comics. It's good vibes only. I'll catch you later, Gators. You know what it is.